It's our North Penn High School String Ensemble. Thank you. And again, I bid you welcome to our 9th annual Academic Awards Banquet. I wished I could lay claim to starting this event, but I can't. I have to give that credit to Mrs. Marjorie Colehouse, who was the acting, this is the 10th annual. Mrs. Colehouse was the acting principal 2 years before I came to North Penn, and she started. So this is the 10th anniversary of this Academic Awards Banquet, and we're delighted to have you with us for this occasion. I'd like to acknowledge that there are several parents here whose students could not be here this evening. I appreciate you joining us. Tonight we will call the names of those students who are in attendance, and if you're here and your students, one of the recipients of the certificate, please come forward at the end of the presentations, and we will be happy to give you your youngster's certificate. Mr. Jim Finnemar, our Director of Activities at North Penn High School, will join me at the podium, please. And Mr. Finnemar will introduce our first speaker for the evening. For the past 10 years, what we've done is we've invited graduates of North Penn High School who have been successful since leaving North Penn to join us to speak to you for this occasion. We have 2 extremely successful graduates of North Penn High School, and the exciting thing is that they're both very, very local. One extremely local, and the other extremely vocal. Mrs. Robinson is extremely local because she works here at the high school, and Mr. Hunt because he's extremely vocal because he's at NPTV. I just made that up. Mr. Finnemar.
Thank you, Dr. Pine. It is a great pleasure for me to introduce our first speaker this evening. She was a student of mine in student leadership class here at the high school. She is a colleague of mine as a member of this faculty in the Health and Physical Education Department, and she is a very wonderful friend of mine and our family. And it gives me a great deal of pleasure to be able to share some things about our speaker with you. Selma Robinson returns to this stage 20 years after she served as president of the class of 1975. She was captain of our girls swim team for 3 years here at North Penn High School. She was an All-American swimmer and a member of the National Honor Society and a coordinator of Special Olympics here at the high school as a student. Following her graduation from North Penn, she attended Lock Haven University, where again she served as the captain of the swim team for 3 years, was a national qualifier in swimming, and was chosen for who's who in American colleges and universities. She is now in her 16th year of teaching in the North Penn School District. She currently serves as advisor to the class of 1996. Formerly, she was swim coach here at North Penn from 1980 to 1990, had 10 league champions, 5 District 1 champions, the 1990 state championship team, and in 1990 that team was recognized as the public school national champions, and she was a coach of numerous All-American swimmers here at North Penn High School. She currently serves on the steering committee of District 1 PIAA for swimming. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president of the class of 1975 and the advisor of the class of 1996, Mrs. Selma Robinson.
Thank you, Mr. Finnemar. I almost didn't recognize myself. That was very nice. When I was asked to speak to this group tonight, the first thing that came to mind was, where is the speech that I used 10 years ago when I addressed the academic award winners of the classes of 1985 and 1986? I figured I could use some of the same notes to get me started on tonight's speech. Well, amazingly enough, I was able to find the speech, and as I read it, I began to chuckle to myself. Not only have my views on life changed in the last 10 years, but the direction you as high school students must take to choose a career has changed immensely. It was obvious to me that the speech I had was extremely outdated. I guess that is just one small indication as to how fast our world is changing. We can look at this time of change as an obstacle, or we can look at it as a challenge. From the minute you entered North Penn High School, you have been challenged by our dearly beloved Dr. Bond. He has challenged you as a student and me as a faculty member to strive for excellence. It is apparent to all of us here tonight that you are willing to take on the challenges that Dr. Bond has put in front of you. And as you are meeting those challenges academically, you are also preparing yourself for the years that lie ahead. There are many contributing factors that have put you at the top of your class academically. My belief is that one of the strongest contributing factors for most of you are your parents. As a parent of 2 young school-age children, I have begun to appreciate the strong correlation between positive parental support and a child's academic achievement. Your parents have led a strong foundation for you early on in life. They made sure you were well taken care of. They worked hard to make you feel good about yourself, and they continue to support you in most of your endeavors. Notice I said most and not all. For most of you, you probably disowned your parents between 8th and 10th grade. The primary reason was because they knew absolutely nothing about the real world. I am still wondering why all parents continue to have mental lapses for 2 to 3 years. As you approach your post-high school years, you are beginning to realize how important your parents are to you and your future. In many cases, your parents will become one of your most valuable resources. As you face many more challenges, you may be confused or even scared at times. Your parents will be there, as they have always been, to support you and to guide you. Another valuable resource available to all of the students at North Penn High School is the faculty and staff. As a student at North Penn in the mid-70s, I was able to take advantage of the many opportunities that this high school had to offer. Many faculty members had a strong impact on my career choice, and I am extremely grateful to them for the impact that they had on my life. Many of those people still continue to support me professionally today. Some of the names may sound familiar to you. Mr. Carroll, of course, Mr. Finnemeyer, Mr. Janaszek, Doc Ryan, Miss Akoff, Mrs. Hill, Mrs. Clark, and Mr. Crawford. I know you're probably thinking, are these people really old, or is Mrs. Robinson really young? Of course, I am really young. You need to take advantage of the diverse group of faculty members that we have here at North Penn and talk to them about their field of expertise. These teachers can really give you some insight on what career choices are available in their subject matter. Your guidance counselor can be extremely valuable to you as a career counselor. Part of their job responsibility is to keep informed and up to date on the ever-changing job market and to watch career patterns. The counselors also know what post-high school education is necessary for an individual to pursue in order to attain the job of their choice. If they are not aware of some of the requirements needed for your career choice, they have access to the resources that can supply you with the necessary information. After speaking to Mr. Vencius, the department chair for guidance services, he informed me the approach for post-high school plans is very different than it was 15, 10, and even 5 years ago. In past years, a student would choose a major and find a college that would offer that particular major. The college would also need to meet other criteria the student may have had, such as size of school, location of the school, and extracurricular activities that were of interest to the student. The student, in many cases, would then begin to explore career options towards the end of their college education. According to Mr. Vencius, the trend is now to identify career goals during high school and then determine what academic components are necessary for that career. As a student, you need to investigate what kind of workforce will be there in 5 to 6 years. In order to understand those trends, you need to speak to employers, your guidance counselor, college personnel, and people in the community that will work in areas that are of interest to you. You need to keep the lines of communication open. You need to assert yourself and ask questions that will lead to answers. The time to do this is now. Studies show by the year 2000, when most of you will be completing your post-high school education and beginning your career, 80% of the workforce in the United States will require more than high school diploma, but less than a 4-year college degree. Many of the people in the workforce will need to have some technical expertise, which will require some type of post-high school education. It concerns me when I see some of our former graduates who were high academic achievers in high school and in college who are not prepared for today's workforce because they chose not to look at trends and they have no technical expertise or specific training that can be used on the job. Years ago, you could come out of college with your degree and employers were willing to take the time to train you on the job. Now, these same employers cannot afford the time to do that. Their expectations are much higher for entry-level positions. You need to be willing to devote time investigating what paths you must take in order to attain the goals you have set for yourself as a viable person in the workplace of the future. Under the strong leadership of Dr. Bond, North Penn has become technically aware. He has urged all of us to take a different approach toward education. We still continue to have high academic standards, but he has also urged us to look at the future more realistically. You will find yourself in a very competitive job market several years from now. Take responsibility for yourself by setting long-range goals, make a plan of action to attain those goals, use the valuable resources we have here at North Penn High School and in our community, and choose a college or technical school that will meet the criteria of your career choice, and continue to work hard at the same standards you have set for yourself as a high school student. Remember to keep your options open, realizing there are many paths that can lead to a successful career and future. I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you, Selma, and I appreciate the kind words. And we're so proud to have Selma as a member of our staff, and particularly since she's a graduate of the North Penn High School. To all of those who are sitting in the audience and standing in the back that have had that bit to do with her success, I know she joins me in saying thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mr. Steve Frederick, who is assistant principal this year at the 11th grade level, and who has had many opportunities to broadcast by way of WNPV, will introduce our next speaker, Mr. Frederick.
Good evening. My first teaching opportunity in the North Penn School District was in September of 1972. One of the first students that I had the privilege to meet was a tall young man who introduced himself as a student of Mr. Earl Cardellino, and as a part of an assignment, he had to interview me. Well, it was an interesting 5 minutes. It also became very apparent to me at that time that this young man knew indeed what he wanted to do as a career. I would like to think that that 5-minute interview was what propelled him to his success. I've been reminded many times that it wasn't. Mr. Hunt graduated from North Penn High School in 1973, having played a major role in the success of a fledgling student TV communications program here at North Penn. He went on to earn his Bachelor of Arts degree from Shippensburg University in 1977 with a major in communications and journalism with an emphasis and a minor in business. His background has included experience as an on-air personality, as a play-by-play sports broadcaster, doing voiceovers for public service announcements and corporate documentaries. Writing and producing numerous United Way and other statewide public service features has also been part of Mr. Hunt's experience. Phil has given back to the community. He has served the Lansdale community in leadership positions for local and civic organizations, including the North Penn United Way and the Lansdale Rotary. Recently, he served as a volunteer member of the school district, part of the North Penn School District Communication and Technology Committee. He has been station manager for radio station WNPV 1440 on the AM dial since 1985 and has continually worked to build the station into a vital link in the local communication medium for the Bucks and Montgomery County area. As a hobby, I know that Phil is involved as a manager coach for the North Penn Valley Girls Softball and involved with Montgomery Soccer Association. He also enjoys playing golf. And probably the most important part of his life is his wife, Wendy, also a North Penn graduate, and daughter, Donovan. Now I have a chance to once again propel Mr. Hunt's career, and it is indeed a pleasure that I introduce a good friend and involved member of the North Penn community, Mr. Phil Hunt.
Thank you, Steve. I must admit I don't remember that interview. But I'm sure in the archives of the school district somewhere it's probably filed away. 21 years ago, I sat in this very same auditorium as a senior at North Penn High School. I must admit I wasn't fortunate enough as you to be an honor student, but I do have many fond memories about my education in the North Penn School District and about my college experiences. Sure, there were many times when I wondered, when will I ever use some of this stuff that the teachers are trying to teach me? Why do I need to know all the names of the rivers in Russia? Or some of the obscure algebra facts that I had to memorize. But I can honestly say there's a reason for it. You may not believe it now, but maybe 21 years from now, when you're asked to come and speak to the class of 2115 or 2116, I'm sure that you'll realize that the education that you're getting today and the education that you will get in the future is very, very valuable. As Steve said, I was a student here at North Penn High School and I went on to Shippensburg. I must admit that I had a pretty good idea early in my high school career of what I thought I wanted to do as far as a living was concerned. I applied to a variety of colleges and universities who had majors in communications journalism, and I chose Shippensburg. I will also admit it wasn't my first choice, but that's where I ended up and I made the best of it. I studied a lot at Shippensburg about practical things that I thought I would need to know in my business when I graduated. It's very difficult to read in a book how to interview someone without going out and doing it. And I tried to always take the practical approach to my schooling wherever possible. I could read about it, I could be taught about it, but for me, the best way for me to learn it was actually go out and do it. I did it in my television work in school, I did it in my radio work, and I did it in my writing work as well. And I still do it today. I recently completed a video for the North Penn United Way, where the only way for me to do it was get out and be involved. I had the opportunity to delegate some of the responsibilities to other people. But for me to learn and for me to grow as an individual, it was important for me to get out there and do it myself. While I was also in North Penn High School, I did take the opportunity to be a career studies student. For me, that was a practical way for me to gain hands-on experience about a field that I thought I wanted to be involved in. And that education that I got outside of the, quote, classroom was very valuable, and as I look back today, it was very important on my career path. I also took the opportunity in the summers to be involved in my community and work in a field that I thought I wanted to be involved in. I worked during my summers in college at the local radio station. I was also involved in the college radio station as well. There again, it was an opportunity for me to get involved in what I was wanted to do in the future. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to do it. And I still, to this day, I take career studies students from the school district. I take interns every summer, sometimes also during the fall and spring schools, where college students have the opportunity to come and learn about the radio business from WNPV. I feel it's a very vital part of any college to give their students an opportunity to get involved in the work environment that they have selected for themselves. Practical hands-on experience, again, comes back to play. There's really no question in my mind that the majority of people who get ahead in the world have had an excellent education. You're getting that education here at North Penn High School, and hopefully you'll continue your education after you graduate from high school. While even the number of people who are going on to continue their education after college continues to go up every year. My wife is a North Penn graduate as well. She works at Merck. She recently had to acquire her master's. I said had to because she felt she had to require it to keep up with the pace of all the other employees in her field, and that it was almost a requirement today for her to have a master's degree. So she went ahead and got it. Going to college and education after the high school is an important aspect of all this. I do a lot of speaking at career days at area schools, and the question always comes up, do I need to go to college to be a, and you can fill in the blank. Well, my answer is normally, to the best of my knowledge, you don't need to go to college to be the President of the United States. But what you do need is experience and education in many cases after the high school level. And there's no better place to get it than to continue your education after high school. When I was in college, studying radio and TV and reading up on interviewing techniques was, as I said, book knowledge. The practical knowledge came in the aspects that I took from the classroom and into the working environment that helped me learn and grow as an individual. Journalism students do that by writing for college newspapers. Journalism students here at the high school write for the student newspaper. What better opportunity for a student who's interested in journalism than to be involved in the school newspaper and then to continue that forward at the college level as well. In radio and TV, we did that by working at the radio and college television stations. Practical hands-on experience. No, we didn't get paid, but the experience was very valuable, something that you really couldn't put a dollar and cents figure on. I have a few recommendations for college, and I don't know whether or not these are practical recommendations or not. But I would certainly suggest to all of you who are considering going to college that you go and visit the colleges that you think you're interested in. To me, going and seeing was very important in my decision on where I wanted to go to school. I visited a lot of schools. Some I saw in visiting were not going to be for me. So I chose a school that I thought I would fit in. Fortunately for me, I did. The other thing that I think in today's work environment, where jobs are so difficult to come by, especially in fields that many of you pursue, is I would always suggest that when you visit a college, to go and talk to the career placement office or officer of the university. If I was enrolling in a college today, I would want to know if my major was going to be education, we'll say, how many of the education graduates from that university were able to find employment in the field of education within a 2, 3, 5-year period after their graduation. To me, that would say a lot about the school that I wanted to attend, and I think all colleges and universities would have that information available to anyone who wanted to go there. The other thing that I would like to stress is some colleges and universities make it a requirement to take an internship. I know in the field of broadcasting, an internship is very, very valuable. I even have students who come to have, quote, an internship with us in the summer who don't get college credit or don't get paid for it, but have selected this as a field that they think that they want to pursue. And what better way for them to find out whether or not this is what they want to pursue than to be involved with it for the summer. Some find out that it is for them. Some find out that it isn't. Our feelings are not hurt at all when they find out this is not really what they wanted to do. I think it's an important aspect of any education for you to try to be involved in the field that you think you want to be involved in as much as possible. I probably talk to, on the average, 2 to 3 individuals a week who are looking for jobs in the fields of broadcasting. I review upwards of 300 to 350 resumes a year for people who are looking to get into the field of radio. In the past 2 or 3 years, we've hired 2 people, so there's not a huge turnover at the radio station that I work at. But I see a lot of similarities in many of the resumes and many of the people that I interview throughout the year. Many of them have, quote, this book knowledge that I speak about. They have not taken the extra step necessary to gain the knowledge that they need to get a job in a specific field that I work in. The people that we end up hiring and giving the opportunity to work for us are people who have gone that extra step. Things that were not necessarily required for graduation, but things that make them stand just a little bit ahead of the other individuals who are looking for work. So those are some of the things that, from a practical standpoint, I go through just about every day in fielding telephone questions and talking to individuals who are looking for employment. The other thing that I wanted to stress, and it goes back to the work in the environment relationship, is it is not abnormal for even individuals who are out of school and maybe out of college who selected a career path and for whatever reason it didn't work. And they always seem to have an idea that broadcasting would be a fun business to be involved in. It's not abnormal for me to have a 35 or 40-year-old individual come to the radio station and want to spend time with us to see if this is what they think that they might be involved in. If you have a fairly good idea of what you want to be involved in today, I'd say look across our community. I bet you there's someone in our community who's involved in that work on a daily basis. I would have no hesitation if I were you to pick up the phone and call them and ask for an opportunity to go into their business and talk to them about what they do. Ask if you can spend a day or 2 with them. Spend a week with them if they give it to you. If they are willing to take you under their wing and show you what is involved in their business, I think it would be worth your while to take the opportunity and do that if it's offered to you. So get involved if at all possible, and I think it will open your eyes up to the future. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Hunt, for taking time to be with us this evening. And we wish you well as you venture into those service organizations, and this community is better off for having you and your radio station involved with us. I do want to say to you that the young people that we are about to present awards are the group of young people that you referenced. They're young people who have taken the extra step, have gone the extra mile, have studied an extra 10 or 15 minutes, have read an extra book, and are being rewarded for that this evening. And I'm sure they will continue to reap those rewards as they proceed through their careers. And with that, I would ask Mr. Frederick to come to the podium, and we will begin with the junior presentations. Mr. Frederick.
Thank you, Dr. Bond. As instructions to the students would ask that you stand by rows, You will come to the steps located on this side of the stage, and when the final person has moved up the steps, we would ask that the next row please stand and proceed to the stage area. When you return to your seat, you can sit down individually. This time we would like to have the first row join us from the class of 1996. Karen Albacker. Jennifer Anders. We would ask that you hold your applause till the very end, and then you can really let loose for everyone. Stephanie Averett. Christopher Ayers. Melissa Beth Barnt. Jason Bechtel. Philip Bednar. Cynthia Bell. C. Alexis Bennett. Karen Bernsteel. Noelle Betts. Susan Biddle. Nicole Borner. Heather Lee Brine. Karen Karavulius. June Choi. Ashley Klaus. Nicole Cornelius. Catherine Pressman. Andrea Cubbage. Sushita Dadish. Molly Decker. Ashish Ashvin Desai. Jennifer Delalo. David Dimmick. Natalie Dizon. Jill Doherty. Genevieve Everett. Christine Frankenfield. Catherine Friedinger. Michelle Gallagher. Eric Gattenby. Allison Gazon. Julie Gingrich. Shelley Goldstein. Laura Goodyear. Mara Godfrey. Catherine Greenwood. Mary Gimon. Jeffrey Haig. Elizabeth Hahn. Mark Henderson. The next individual would be here, however, she happens to be in Salzgitter, Germany, but we are pleased to have her parents with us this evening, Christina Herbert. Carrie Holloway. Amanda Hosgood. David Housel. Jean Sue. Ellen Ingram. Mandy Yastemski. Sandra Jayraj. Heather Jordan. Yael Kaufman. Angela Kibler. Megan Kratz. Jody Crum. Marcus Leary. Donna Lepp. Robert Charles Lesnevsky, Jr. Chang Ching Lin. Jacques Lewinsky. Valerie Loeffler. Whitney Loke. Brian McDonald. Aaron Malik. Kathleen Mallon. Melanie Manning. John May. Matthew McMillan. Rose Messina. Meredith Methley. Rachel Moore. Amy Moulton. Laura Nazamek. Derek Neidhart. Jill Nichols. Michelle Helen Niznik. Justin Sung Jin Ho. Rachna Patel. Danelle Pilley. David Pittman. David Pop. Brian Quested. Jason Paul Rebholz. Stephanie Reiner. Lindsay Ripke. Jennifer Rittenhouse. Kara Schoenfeld. Tricia Shorley. Susan Shriver. Jenna Schultz. Samit Shah. Lisa Staley. Beth Ann Staples. Jennifer Streelman. Valerie Sutton. David Sweeney. Scott Tantino. Lauren Trifoletti. Adam Tucker. Michelle Tucker. Vanessa Venezia. George Koshi Borghese. Dana Viveros. Lynn Wang. Jason Woodlow. Kimberly Warner. Lynn Yakovinas. Carolyn Yen. Dina Yen. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 1996.
I have a question that you may be able to help me with while we're preparing for the next group. I was standing up here, and my nose started itching. And I said, Mrs. Robb, my nose itches. She said, well, don't scratch it. What do you do when you're standing in front of an audience like this, and an occasion like this probably has never happened to anyone out there. But what do you do when you're standing in front of all these people and your nose starts itching? You don't scratch it. Thank you, Mrs. Robb, for that help. I appreciate that. Don't you ever let your nose itch while I'm around. Never. Dr. Mario Verlanda, assistant principal for the class of 1995.
The young ladies and gentlemen will follow the same procedures that the 11th grade class did. We will have you come up and receive your awards. Would the first row please stand? Some of these students have been two-year award winners. They will not only receive a certificate, but also a North Penn keychain for their work over a two-year period. Lois Hahn. Ronnie McCallum. Kim Allstat. Heather Antunes. Heather is receiving her second-year award as well. Michael Austin, second-year award winner. Allison Bailey. Jody Babst, receiving her second-year award as well. Laura Batani, also a second-year award winner. Joseph Beal. Catherine Bishop. Heather Blackerby, second-year winner. Dawn Blackledge, second-year award winner. Karen Bemke, second-year winner. Allegra Borneman, second-year winner. Christine Bowser, second-year winner. Kathleen Brish, second-year award winner. Sandra Brish. Elizabeth Bueller. Karen Callahan, second-year award winner. Jessica Canesso, second-year award winner. Matthew Cantana, second-year award winner. Christina Carlton, not here. Britt Carpenter. Jennifer Kerr, second-year winner. Anna Davitt. Jennifer Della Pietra, second-year award winner. Susan Delp. Jamie Detweiler. Jason Dodson, second-year award winner. Jeffrey Elko. Jennifer Emmerich. Jonathan Forbes. Philip Gerard. Julie Goddard. Jeffrey Bradish. John Graham, Jr., second-year award winner. Martin Hale. Amy Harple, second-year award winner. Melissa Howley, second-year winner. Christina Katrinak. Sarah Kine, second-year winner. Audrey Kerwood. So Young Kim. Amy Regina Clowder. Alyssa Clementes. Lynn Krebs, second-year winner. Colleen Lesher. Stuart Lapoten, second-year award winner. Benjamin Lupin. Carrie Mayer, second-year winner. Jennifer Marshall. Leanne McCain. Dan McCarter, second-year award winner. Christopher McCarthy, second-year award winner. Mark McClelland, second-year award winner. Carrie McIntyre, second-year award winner. Michael Morelli. Jessica Moulton, second-year award winner. Joanne Nason. Nancy Neves. Nancy is not here. Michael Neff, second-year award winner. Nancy Neves is also second-year award winner. Catherine Oros. Beth Orr. Laurie Owens, second-year award winner. Anjali Parekh, second-year award winner. Michelle Hall. Deborah Pruitt, second-year award winner. Brendan Quinn. Mohammed Rahman, second-year award winner. Renee Ramsey, second-year award winner. Megan Ransom. Shona Riley. Michelle Renner, second-year award winner. Tracy Reese. Stephen Rinker, second-year award winner. Tiffany Rosenberger, second-year award winner. Michael Sagg, second-year award winner. Maki Sahara, second-year award winner. Kathy Sarninsky, second-year award winner. Sarnasinski, I'm sorry. David Schoenfeld, second-year award winner. Aaron Schwartz. Ahmed Sen, second-year award winner. Jeffrey Shea, second-year award winner. Carrie Schmaley, second-year award winner. Heather Simpkins, second-year award winner. Kenneth Smith. Christine Spaulding, second-year award winner. Benjamin Sprouse. Janae Strader, second-year award winner. Tracy Sennett was not listed as being here, but apparently did come. So I apologize for missing her name. Stephanie Strobel. Rebecca Sutters. Beth Zoichka, second-year award winner. Nicholas Tarnowski, second-year award winner. Jonathan Taylor. Mark Thompson. Allison Tweedy. Mario Valenti, second-year award winner. John Vencius, second-year award winner. Derek Wall. Ann Wang. Beth Ward, second-year award winner. Nicole Wessner, second-year award winner. Stephanie Wilkie, second-year award winner. Beth Pulaski, second-year award winner. Dawn Wiley and Brian Zagoritsky, second-year award winner. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of the class of
As we wrap up this evening, I'd like to thank our cafeteria staff for the meal that they provided us with this evening. Mr. Randy Spade and his AV crew for the help that they continue to give us through AV. Special thanks to my secretary, Mrs. Sadie Byer, and Mr. James Finnemeyer for putting this entire program together this evening. And on their behalf, I'd like to say that if in fact we've left a name off, or we've misspelled a name, or if we've mispronounced a name on behalf of the assistants, we do apologize for that. We practice this kind of thing, and sometimes it just doesn't work as well as you would like it to, but I'm very proud of what they have done for all of us this evening, and I certainly want to give them the credit. I want to thank Mr. Hunt and Mrs. Robinson. We have another round of applause for our speakers, please. And finally, I want to say thank you to parents and students, for together you've forged a way to make this happen for all of you. And I mention the parents and students together because that's how I think of you as together. And we appreciate what you do as parents for your students, and students, we certainly do appreciate what you do for your parents. Thank you, and have a safe ride home, and hopefully we'll see all of those juniors again next year. And seniors, we know that we'll see you very, very soon. So take care, thank you for coming out, and have a wonderful evening.